Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another Arknights reaction. Today we have Bloodstained Oath. This one is apparently for Vulpes,
Canis lupus. Vulpes.
the mother of Suzerain, who I just listened to Lily of the Valley, her song a few days ago, I think like under a week ago, for Members First. So that won't be public yet, but it will be in a few weeks. And I wanted to let you all know that I do have the context of her song and a little bit of lore as connection to that. So I'm vaguely aware of the situation between these two. And now I get to hear what this song has in store and what the mom's theme is going to sound like. So I guess without further ado, let's go. Okay. Oh, maybe that's not the song. Ooh, no, okay. A lot more paced. A lot more regal, refined. Oh, get a little bit more bouncy. Ooh, not the type of bounce I was expecting. God, okay, still refined. It's a type of song that follows somebody who demands respect. A little bit of traditional Asia in there. I honestly didn't know if there was going to be lyrics for this. It's a long intro. Is that Italian? That would make sense. I guess that would make sense. But also the traditional, like, flutes in there, like... This is a complex character. See, they're back. Talking like Japanese Italian, Chinese Italian. You know, after hearing Lily of the Valley, this is nothing like what I would have expected from the mother. Building back up on the like more bouncy energy at the end. Why is that too? Why is it like starting and ending with like a little bit more of an upbeat like party sound? This is strange, dude. What a character theme. I'm finding myself at a little bit of a loss here for this character because I can make my assumptions as I always do, but this is just so different from what I anticipated after hearing Lily of the Valley and having the little bit of lore that I was given as a result of that, which for those who haven't seen that, I did assume that something else had happened to Suzerain that didn't really happen, and this relationship was different in my mind at that point, just to avoid any spoilers for that video if you want to watch it at some point. But this song is much more complex than I thought, and it touches on a lot more emotional pressure than I expected. because it starts with that there's like a little bit of dancey party happiness to it. And again, it ends with that too. So it's like, why? Why did that happen? Maybe she's not the hard ass that she sounds like she would be. Like, this sounds like a song that would be reflecting a very ritualistic person, somebody who takes family very seriously, somebody who takes everything kind of seriously, like a little bit of a hard ass, but there's a lace of lightness to it. And also the traditional stuff in there makes me think there's some relation to, Japan or China. Like, I'm not sure. It feels more Japanese in composition, the specific choice of instruments there. But I mean, I could be fooled too, so maybe. Either way, though, there's got to be a connection there. And that's why I was like, maybe she's half and half. Like, that happens sometimes, obviously. So it's like, maybe she has parents that are even deeper in this than she is. And there's maybe more of a connection there. Maybe she's just related to somebody. Maybe that's related to Suzerain, maybe. Because I don't really get from her theme any, like, source of her character. It felt very like a unique theme to that character, not really leaning into any sort of lineage or anything. It was definitely just her. But for this one, it's almost entirely the opposite. It sounds like it's very forcibly and strictly about lineage and vision and, just presenting that idea that, like, putting the mask on, basically, like, she is this type of personality. And once in a while, there's a little bit of slippage in there. That's kind of where the start, where it was a little bit more dancey, and then the end where it kind of ramped back into that, where I'm like, okay, maybe she's not the hardest ass in the world. Maybe she has a little bit of a fun bone in her body somewhere. But at the same time, I can't decide if that's actually the case or if it's just to reflect some sort of a party sequence or something, where, like, you'd be out there partying or something, and then you would be, like, rushed into the room, like, okay, time to talk, it's your time, you have a few minutes, kind of Godfather style, where it's like, okay, now you get to ask your favor of the Dawn, and she's there. It's an odd scenario, because the song has so many folk reflections of the Italian sound, especially even down to stuff like the mandolin being in there and just like that rapid plucking that they tend to do in a lot of Italian folk music. It's just like, okay, so we're going into traditionalism there. We have this traditional sound, this traditional energy that's lacing the entire song. It is the song with a few of those exceptions in there. And I'm just kind of like, okay, well, I get this overall image of, sure, like a mob boss or a crime boss of some sort, somebody who's involved in that sort of world. But again, I'm just juxtaposed to Suzerain's theme that doesn't feel like it makes too much sense, unless my original theory about Suzerain was kind of right, but maybe it's only slightly right. Maybe there was just a portion of it that was accurate. You'll see what I mean. Again, if you watch that video, I'm not going to spoil too much because it wouldn't be fun if I did. But, I mean, maybe there is a little bit of that. I mean, it does make sense in that context, just maybe it wasn't as aggressive or as extreme as I expected it to be. So that could be the case as well. Maybe there is some relationship there. But also, what the fuck? Like, I, again, did not really know what to expect when it came to this character after being told, okay, here's the mom. Okay, cool. But, like, how is that going to affect my perception of the other one? And is that going to affect that relationship musically at all? And it definitely does. I just can't say how, because it would kind of ruin what I said in the original and that impact it had. So this one, it just kind of has that standard sound. It's very cinematic in a way too, where it's like, it's very traditional, it's very folky, like I mentioned, but at the same time, it sounds like it's something that would come from a score, not necessarily just a video game theme. This has something that feels like it would be playing in the background of an active conversation in the back room, and maybe it's because of how he designed the beginning and the end to be the way they are, and have a little bit more of that flow in and out. But I just, like, now I just have questions about the father. Like, what the? Oh, maybe that's what the. Now, why would that be in the mom's theme? I was like, maybe the dad's Japanese, but I was like, why would that be in the? Well, they are. If that's the case, I mean, they did have a kid, so it's like, maybe who's the father? I didn't even know she had a dad. Like, I assume But like at the same time, I wasn't told anything about suzerain before I listened to Lily of the Valley. And then it's like, okay, here's the mom's theme, but like, who's the dad in this case too? Was that the dude in the back? I don't think so. I'm pretty sure I've seen the guy in the back in other songs before, and I don't think that they would be related. Maybe grandfather, maybe, I don't know. What the fuck? I'm kind of at a loss for this one now, having the experience I have with Lily of the Valley, and now this one. I'm building their family as I hear things in reverse. So like, I've got the kid, I've got the mom. What's the dad doing?
What the dog doing?
But I also suppose there's not really much else I can say about it without that information. I've never done like a family tree thing when it came to any of Arknights' music before, so now I'm interested to see what that relationship is like. Well, again, maybe it is the reason that there's like that traditional Japanese sound in here, and maybe there's something to be said about the father in that case. I don't know who the dad is. Maybe he's Japanese, right? Like, it very well could be. And maybe that's why the character theme is throwing it at me here, but also it just felt too left of center here. It felt too random to be something completely related exclusively to this character, unless she's like a crime syndicate boss for a Japanese Italian mafia, which, as far as I know, isn't that kind of what the Syracusino storyline sort of is? Like, I think, maybe? I'm very vague on some details, especially of the side story, stuff like that. I'm still working my way through the lore, so like maybe? But also I'm kind of just generally confused now because I'm not sure what the relationship is, and I think I need to figure that out. So maybe I'll handle whoever the dad is next. Maybe I'll handle his theme next. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do that, and I'll do that. And maybe I'll get to that before you even see Lily of the Valley go public, or if you end up going to find that in the memberships, power to you, I guess. But by all means, if you can't afford that, don't spend the money on it. I say that all the time because I mean it. Do not. If you can wait, please wait. If you can't, sure, but like, I don't expect you to, and I don't necessarily want you to either. But I think that's about all I got to say for this one, so thank you all so very much for watching. If you want me to get to whoever the dad's theme is, let me know what that is, first of all, down in the comments below, and I will do my best as always to get to those. Or if, funny enough, you want to guarantee something, you could become a member on my Patreon or my YouTube memberships. There's a tier that will force me to listen to things. This one, for example, was supposed to be a member request, but I ended up not having anything to get to last time from the last video, so I just went with this one, which was a request from Para and my executive producers, who's the same one who requested Lily of the Valley, so we're getting all this connection together. So if you want me to get to that one and you want to guarantee that I do it, you could always do that. Or if you don't want to do all that, you can always just follow me and support me for more stuff coming in the future, and you know how to do all that. So I will see all of you in the next video. Goodbye!